Jacob, how do you go and replicate at Wasps what you did to Saracens and get similar result, hopefully?
I think it's just our intention, sticking to the game plan. You look at that Leicester game, and we weren't there physically. We came to Kingshead on Friday night, and we were completely different. So if we can replicate that type of intensity, I'm sure we'll go ahead and do a decent job against Wasps.
And is it just 1 or 2% in terms of the intensity, which makes a massive difference in terms of the result?
It can do, yeah. 1 or 2% will do it, but there was definitely more than that between the Leicester and the Saracens game, and that's a difference that you just can't have in this competition. The competition itself, is so harsh, and anyone can beat anyone on their day. So you've got to be at a high percentage, performance-wise, if you want to get a result.
And it's obviously more difficult away from home, and you add into that as well Wasps' ability to be clinical and take their chances, scoring tries, not just sort of ticking the scoreboard over with the penalties, but sort of getting the 5 and the 7 point scores.
Yeah, some of their attack games fantastic. You look at the players they've got in their team. The forwards will play great shape, and they'll move the ball just as much as the back. So we've got our work cut out. We know that, we've done our analysis, and it's just a matter of going out there and executing really.
And from an open side flankers point of view, fittest forward, how much are they going to move you around the park?
They'll try and move us, especially some of our big hitters. I'm sure they'll try and isolate those, but it's just a matter of staying in our system. I think defensively, if we can do that, we can slow the ball down a bit. I reckon we'll have a decent chance.
I suppose it's trusting the tactics, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The game plan is there for us. The coaches are going to. We've added to it as a players as well. So it's about going there and doing it.
And does that trust increase off the back of results like Saracens?
It does, yeah. And I think with Saracens as well, we were just there. We were there mentally. Intensity was there, like I mentioned before. We stayed in the kick battle against Saracens. We defended well, and even though we went down in that first half, we came back and we got a foothold in the game. We got into our structure.
Because of the likes of Cipriani, who are overlooked at international level, does that mean sort of Wasps are perhaps less effective than some other teams during the Six Nations?
I think they're still missing a few, aren't they? They've got Hughes and Daly and Haskell not there, so they're still missing a few. But the squad's still so strong. There's still so many names in that team. We could probably push into the England setup. So we've got our work cut out, but we know that.
Yeah, it's no easier, is it? How big is the challenge of going to the league leaders, I suppose? Does that add an extra mental pressure?
Like I mentioned before, you've got to be there every single game in this competition. You can't knock off anyone regardless of their first or 10th, 11th. So we've got to be there mentally. We've got to be there. We've got to turn up and give it our best shot.
And your own form at the moment, how happy have you been with that? Because it's been a really long sort of continuous spell as first choice number 7 for the big games.
Yeah, pretty happy. Been given the shirt last couple of months, so can't complain. But you just got to be as good as you can be. This competition, the back row I've mentioned before, is so fierce. It's so tough. There's people who are on international duty, and they're coming back in and around that. So you've really got to be good if you want to keep the shirt.
And Ross Moriarty back in the Wales side this week. Obviously, imagine delighted for him. But I suppose a minor rejig. But there's so many strong players in there. I suppose you feel you've got the strength in depth to cope. That's
what I mean. I've got Lewis Hudler coming back, Sione, who's back from injury now. So, like I said, the strength in depth is there.